going on, y'all? AD and Thybule locked. I love them both. Let the wins begin. Let's go. Dan Walker, what's up? Oh, Just Blaze, what's going on, man? Yeah, I fell asleep for a second. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, my bad. Russ and AD tonight, absolutely. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Let everybody file in real quick, and then we'll get into the slates, y'all. We'll talk a little bit about, we'll talk mainly NBA, and we'll talk a little bit about football today, too. Right before I was about to start this, I was like, damn, I need some water, man. I'm thirsty as hell. What's up, Just Blaze? I don't have any water bottles. Normally I drink Ozarka spring water, but I'm stuck with refrigerator filter water. Live was super helpful yesterday. That's what's up, man. Let's get it again. Yeah, we got the W yesterday. Greenlight DFS as well. Anybody who wants to join us over there, there you go. Let's get into it. We'll let everybody file in real quick. Give everybody a second to file in, and then we'll get into it. Karma King, what's up, bro? We'll start off like we did yesterday. We'll pretty much go over what injury stuff we've got going on today. Obviously, LeBron James being out is the biggest news. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll go from there. Move my damn mouse. What's up, Danny? What's up, Danny? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start out, y'all. All right, so let's start out with injury news that we have so far today. AD 71 last time. Bron didn't play. Russ had 64. Yeah, both of those guys are fantastic plays, especially if we have the value to do so, and I feel like we do. What's up, Cam? Shout out from Yay area. What's up, bro? What's up, Francisco? If you want to win, plug Cam's lineups in. You already know, Danny. Like KJ Martin, Crowder, or on Fanduel. I'll get to that in just a moment. Right now, let's start with injury stuff. So let's start out first and foremost. Let's start Philly, Detroit. All right, so Philly, Detroit. Korkmaz is questionable. That kind of sucks because he's solid value. If Korkmaz misses, Thybule is even better there. But I like Thybule. Pay attention to Joel Embiid. I mean, a lot of these Philly dudes are fucking, questionable right now. So we got a lot to wait on. We got a lot to wait on. Takedown Thursday. You already know, man. Basketball and football tonight. Let's go. Showdown, Dub. What's up, C? Let's get this. Let's get it, Sean. All right. So anyways, what I was saying, Philly is incredibly beat up. We already know the value plays we like there. We like Korkmaz. We like Thybule. We like those guys. Korkmaz is questionable. So if Korkmaz misses, that's even better for Thybule. That's even better for Shake Milton. So there'll definitely be bumps there. So with those guys out, definitely keep an eye on that. Because we do got Danny Green out, Tobias and Ben Simmons out, and then we got Korkmaz and Embiid questionable. Philly's also without Isaiah Joe. That's another guard out. So I really like Shake Milton. He's a little sneaky here, especially if Korkmaz misses. But Thybule obviously is fantastic play. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Next game, Utah, Atlanta. We have Rudy Gay is out for Utah. That is the Rudy that is out. Rudy Gobert is not out. I'm not sure if they have adjusted that or not. Y'all know if they've adjusted that or not? Does DK still have Gobert as out? Y'all check that for me. I haven't checked it yet. But yeah, Rudy Gay is out. He's been out. Donovan Mitchell's questionable. Royce O'Neal's questionable. So obviously keep an eye on that situation. Donovan Mitchell misses. Obviously you're going to want Jordan Clarkson. You're going to want Conley. Those guys. They fixed it? Okay. All right. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they'd keep it fucked up, but I figured they'd fix it. All right, what else? John Collins is questionable. If John Collins misses, we're going to have some Atlanta plays that really stick out to me. DeAndre Hunter will stick out more if Collins is out. I like DeAndre Hunter. I have him projected out right around 5X. So if I have to land on that and I need a forward specifically value, then you can do worse than DeAndre Hunter, especially because he's going to get good minutes. And if John Collins is banged up, maybe they take it easy with him. So Milton over Maxey. It's just the price discrepancy. What was the price difference between those two? Let me see. The price difference between those two. So Maxey is 5.5, and then you've got Shake Milton at 3.9. So that's why I'm talking about Milton. I'm talking value plays. I'm kind of trying to focus on that right now. But yeah, so what else were we talking about? Okay, so Boston, Miami. Al Horford's probable. Josh Richardson's questionable, as well as KZ Okpala. Nothing crazy there to really worry about. I mean, if Bam Adebayo was questionable, that's definitely something we need to worry about, but I'm not too worried about it. Do you like Horford with him being good, doing back-to-back? Yeah, it looks like he's not going to have a restriction. He's not on injury report at all, so he should be fine. I think Horford's fine. He's been balling this year. Houston, Phoenix is where we get some stuff coming in. You got Daniel Tice out and Daniel House both out. There is value that pops because of that. I'll talk about them right now. So I did some looking into it, and a value play that pops here with Tice out, with Tice off the floor, Alperen Sengun for Houston, the center. He is center only. That's the only issue, is he doesn't have flexibility. He's center only. But Sengun is fantastic value today. He's 4-1. He's projected around 25 minutes or so, and he averages over a fantasy point per minute. So with that being said, he should get around 25 or so and hit value here against Phoenix. And he feels safe regardless of game script here. A guy like Sengun is going to get his minutes regardless, whether it's a blowout or it's close or whatever. Let me go back to that game real quick. All right, so next up, we have DeAndre Ayton questionable. Obviously, that's something to keep an eye on. If DeAndre Ayton misses, there's definitely going to be some value open up there. Obviously, the guys that we know from Phoenix that are value are – we have Frank Kaminsky. That's going to be great at 3.5. He really shined in that last game. He's going to be a fantastic value option. Who else did we have? I think it was JaVale McGee, right? Yeah, JaVale McGee at 3.9 is a good point per, fantasy point per minute guy. Kaminsky ended up being the one to take over last game, though, so he's interesting as well. What else we got? So now we got the OKC game. Dort is questionable. Obviously, that's a bump to all those little OKC dudes. The usual guys, the guys I talked about in the high five. With Phoenix value, could we go with Gobert and AD as our pay-ups? Gobert and AD as our pay-ups? Phoenix value. If you get the Phoenix value, outside of like what if situations, like outside of if DeAndre Ayton's out, there's not, that Phoenix isn't really the team I'm looking for value at. But Gobert and AD are fine pay-ups. They're fine. Mostly I'm liking getting if I'm paying up, I'm trying to get like Westbrook as well, who has been lights out with LeBron off the floor. I mean, the dude's been fantastic. I have him projected over 53, slightly over 53. So Westbrook's fantastic. When does Cade break out? So I talked about it in the high five video. I love Cade. I love Cade today. I think Cade eventually is going to bust out. I mean, the dude puts up in a lot of peripherals, right? He puts up in a lot of different stats, and it's one of those situations where he is only shooting 14%. So it eventually will get better, right? But you got to kind of catch him before everybody, hopefully people are off of him, but I don't believe they're going to be. I mean, too many people are getting a little smarter in DFS and realizing got to have short memory. And I think he's going to have a lot better outing tonight is what my prediction is. Harrow's not a must play in my opinion, unless Miami guys are missing. But we'll see. Harrow's been balling though. Don't get me wrong. Harrow's been balling. Avocado eye season. What do you mean? Cade shoots like Cam. No, I shoot better than Cade, to be honest. I don't shoot 14%. Like you catch me at the YMCA? Nah. I don't shoot 14%. I'm more like 40% or so. Especially from outside. Oh, yeah. I'm like Klay Thompson. Hey, Cam, just go in here. Any NFL advice for tonight's showdown? Yeah, any questions you got, let me know. Drummond was out last year due to avocado exposure. Oh, fuck. Oh, I remember that. That was crazy. He's allergic to avocados. That's unfortunate. I fuck with avocado. For most of my life, I thought avocado was stupid. Why would people eat avocado? It has no flavor. But now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand. It's like, it's pretty good. The cap, 40%. That's not, what do you mean? The cap. Are you saying I'm capping? No, I shoot 40% at the Y. Taylor for NFL captain, if you're running one line. That is probably the safest way to go, Roscoe. Taylor at captain is probably the safest way to go at captain for the Thursday night showdown, solely because of what we're expecting the game script to be like. I mean, yeah. I mean, and he's been balling lately, so he's looking great. So, yeah, him at captain. If you're playing one line, trying to go the safest possible route, Jonathan Taylor probably at captain is probably the way to go. I would probably say so, yes. All right, guys, shoot away on your questions. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got 45 people in here. We'll go ahead and just get it in. We got about 20-something minutes to go. Let me see if I've missed any questions. Let me scroll through here real quick. Nothing yet. Got to put Mike White to go. That dude is a beast. That dude is a beast. I fuck with Mike White. If I have to choose between Mike White or Michael Carter, I might have to choose Michael Carter, though. It just kind of depends on how things land. Paul or Shy, price don't matter. Fanduel. All right, let me switch over to Fanduel. Let me switch over to Fanduel real quick for you. And let's look over at Fanduel. You want to know Chris Paul or Shy, price don't matter. Ah, man. I like Shy more probably because with LeBron out, that maybe that game's able to stay a lot closer. I think Phoenix probably going to be in a blowout situation. Obviously, that affects Chris Paul. So yeah, Shy probably. It's close though. How should I approach single entry? Are you talking about for football? Most of the time, my build strategy for showdown slates, for NFL showdown slates, is I spend a good amount of time seeing what cheap value I love, like in the hundreds, to be able to make it available for me to get the studs. Now, if we don't have value that I really feel comfortable with, which most showdown slates of this season, I have been able to find the value that I need and I feel comfortable with, and I'm able to spend up for the studs and stuff like that. That is the key. Find the value that you need, and then predict the game script properly is the biggest thing for showdown. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. You think Taylor will rush a touchdown? 100%, Mr. Caesar. Thoughts on Monk for DK NBA cash tonight with Bron out? Completely makes sense. There are other ways that I've been looking into, though. So if you look at the Lakers with LeBron out, right? When LeBron's off the court, one guy that you need to keep in mind is Austin Reeves is interesting. Rajon Rondo is interesting. Carmelo Anthony's interesting. Malik Monk is interesting. There's a good bit of guys in here that are interesting. Now, Rondo's not projected the minutes. Like, you've got Reeves projected some solid minutes. What is Monk's projected minutes looking like? Let me see what they have his projected minutes looking like. I'm expecting Monk still low 20s. Monk's not even in the 20s. He's projected under 20 minutes. He should get a bump, but I'm expecting more of a bump to more of the true point guard type of guys. So I'm expecting more of a bump to like Reeves, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is interesting to me. He's going to run some point. He's bare min 3K. His projected minutes are around 20 minutes, so he's looking like a solid value. I wish Rajon Rondo would get more minutes, man, because Rondo's a guy who I really, really like. He averages over a fantasy point per minute so far this year with LeBron off the floor, and it's a fantastic spot. So I think Rondo, man, they need to just unleash our boy Rondo. Don't play Laker role players. Just take the boost to Westbrook and AD. Yeah, Westbrook and AD are obviously the two guys that you definitely want. Those are the two biggest bumps that you're going to get on the Laker team. Both of these guys are all of the offense. All these other guys have a low fantasy point per minute production. So, yeah, the main two obviously are Westbrook and AD. If you have to take another one, I don't know. I haven't had too many of them, honestly. So if I'm getting exposure to them, I recommend you just go Westbrook AD. You don't worry too much about Monk, Reeves, Rondo. I mean, they're okay for GPPs. If you want to go Rondo, it makes sense because he can put up a lot of points. If he happens to get over 20-some minutes, he could really go pretty well. But can you play Hines and Taylor? I prefer to just pick one, and that would be Jonathan Taylor. I just need one more value play around 3.5. What position? Utility? You need a value play around 3.5. Utility. So obviously, if you can get Thibault, Thibault is the way to go there. I would try to find the 100, honestly. That would be my recommendation, finding the 100 for Thibault. KJ Martin, like somebody has mentioned multiple times, you're 100 off from him as well. KJ Martin's 3.6 with Tice out. KJ Martin will get a bump as well. Blowout against Phoenix, yeah, it should be. So KJ Martin will be solid. I don't know about best value. I don't know about best value with KJ Martin, but he's going to be solid value. You have Thibault, that's the issue. Oh, so you already have Thibault. So yeah, KJ Martin, who we talked about, is right around that range, who's solid value. When you take Tice off the floor this season for Houston, KJ Martin is a guy who will probably see good minutes regardless of blowout and situation. He almost has a fantasy point per minute. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him around 20 fantasy points or so. So yeah, you can do worse than KJ Martin. For sure. What we got? Andre Drummond, I love on FanDuel. You love Drummond on FanDuel? We'll have to, we're still kind of waiting and seeing on that situation. I wouldn't play Drummond if, we have healthy there. We have healthy people there. Well, not healthy, but active. You know who we're talking about. So pay attention to Embiid. Embiid's probably going to be banged up a little bit, but we'll see. Summary was, I really feel like Kelly O to break the slate. Some weird guy goes off every slate. Thibault could bust if he doesn't hit threes. Thibault's fantastic value, dude. Thibault's fantastic value, especially if Korkmaz is out. It's not, you just don't overthink that. Favorite center on FanDuel. Let me check FanDuel for you. Sorry, that question was a little earlier and I missed it. Favorite center on FanDuel. So over on FanDuel, now that we're able to move things around, obviously number one is AD. If you're trying to save money or anything at center, probably I could consider maybe, if you're trying to get sneaky, maybe Alperen Sengun at 5-1 if you really want to pay down. Somebody said Kelly Olynyk. I'm not too into that, but maybe you guys can warm me up to the idea. Rudy Gobert at 8-2 feels like really good value in my opinion. So I do like Rudy Gobert a lot against Atlanta probably. That's probably who I'd recommend as center and play AD at power forward. Thibault good on D. Thibault is, he's solid. He's solid value today. Will the optimizer show today's slate soon? NBA is still showing yesterday. It's showing yesterday's slate still? Hold on, let me see. It should. It should not. 1 second. What else we got? We winning big. Yes, sir. NFL and NBA going off tonight. Let's go. Yeah, for some reason, developer doesn't have it up right now. Hold on. I'll update that when I get off here. I'll update that when I get off. I'll text him right now, actually. All right. Olynyk is nice, man. He puts up some points in a hurry sometimes, man. He puts points up in bunches for sure. If Embiid misses, that's definitely going to make it easier down low for bigs down low against Philly. So maybe. I haven't had a ton of them. I haven't needed a ton of them, to be honest with you. Let's see. Braden, I think it's solid. When's the best time to run the optimizer? Closer to lock, probably about 30 to 45 minutes before lock is the best time because it's the most updated at that moment. Got to risk it to win the biscuit. You already know. Yes, sir. Melo been decent, no LeBron. Melo is decent. He averages about 0.8 fantasy points per minute. He's projected around like mid-20s minutes or so. I have him around 5x. Kind of it depends on roster construction pretty much. Like where you're going to end up getting the value. Like if we look at this slate, right? Let's look at roster construction kind of takes on this. When we look at the value on the slate, we've got value at center with Sengun. We've got value at forward with Thibault. We got value at forward with DeAndre Hunter. We've got KJ Martin as well that he mentioned earlier. Maybe Niang, especially if Embiid misses, I'm down to go back to Niang. He's solid as well. Shake Milton at guard. It seems like most of it is forward and bigs. Most of the value is forward and bigs outside of Shake Milton. So once I make sure I get in probably Westbrook AD, I want to make sure that I'm probably grabbing the forward value the most. Most likely forward I'll be taking value from and maybe spending up at, well, we have guard value. Sorry, I take that back. We have Cade Cunningham and Shake Milton value as well. That's tough. We've got to spread out, man. We've got to spread out. Cade Cunningham's probably the best value at 4K with his projected about 30 minutes or so. He's a fantastic option, obviously. And then you got Thibault at 3.6, who's even better if Korkmaz misses. So pay attention to that. If Embiid misses, Niang, you're going to have Niang as well at forward. So we've got a good bit of value on this slate. So I don't think you're going to have too much struggle getting in the spend ups you want. And with LeBron out, it kind of the best place is probably to go Westbrook Davis. If Embiid is out, Drummond has got to be a lock on both. Exactly. Yeah, Andrew. If Embiid is out, Drummond is locked on both sites. We don't know that as of right now, but he will be locked on both sites. I wouldn't overthink that situation. When you take Embiid off the floor for Philly, I mean, Niang and Drummond are just destroyers. It would be pretty stupid to overthink things and not have Andre Drummond if Embiid is off the floor. That's ridiculous because you got Tobias already off. You got him super thin. Yeah, so we're going to know. We're going to know about that value for sure. You take Embiid off the floor, Drummond averages about 1.5 fantasy points per minute. Shake Milton will be even better at that point as well. He gets a little fantasy point per minute bump as well. He's going to be a fantastic choice there too. But yeah, man, I'm interested in Philly a lot. If Embiid misses, there's a lot of spots on Philly I'm interested in for sure. What do you think about Trae Young on Fanduel? Trae Young on Fanduel. Let me switch over to Fanduel. Let me take a look at him. Let me take a look at Trae Young. Conley 5'2" seems way too low on Fanduel. Yeah, Conley is pretty low, especially with Donovan Mitchell banged up. Trae Young's only 8'6" on Fanduel. Definitely like him more over there. I landed on lots of Jeremy Grant at 7-1, way underpriced for his role. You're landing on Jeremy Grant a lot? Are you talking about DK? Will Cade ever go off, Cam? He will. He will. The moment you decide to lose faith is when he's going to go off. Here's the thing, is he is a starter playing 30-something who's going to play about 30 minutes. And, I mean, he's 4K. I mean, it's a simple thing. Should I fade Lakers spend ups and GPPs because of ownership or just eat the chalk? Man, you might be able to fade one. If I fade one, it would be AD because AD's injury prone and AD could get hurt. And that would be a good way to differentiate off the group. So like, let's say most people go Westbrook AD. I would probably choose Westbrook as the main guy I need. And in GPP, if you want to fade AD, he would be the one I would fade. I would not fade Westbrook, but AD would be the one I would fade. If you have to fade and you feel like you need to, or if you want to get lower on, I can see it being sneaky because AD, I mean, we know him, dude. We know AD, dude. AD gets hurt after the first quarter, you're immediately jumping everybody if you faded it. For NFL Showdown, yay or nay using kickers in lineups. That's completely fine. I prefer the Colts kicker. I prefer the kickers at home and favored. So that is the Colts kicker. He is my favorite, but both kickers should be fine. I could see this guy, Mike White, struggling once he gets in the red zone from time to time. Colts defense isn't horrible. Colts defense isn't horrible, don't get me wrong, but I'm more wanting like some other type of players. I haven't had a ton of kickers, but I think they're fine to go with on the NFL Showdown for sure. I've been playing more of the actual regular guys, like grabbing the value of Doolin type of thing, maybe. Most likely, he's the best value on the slate. If you go Doolin at captain at 300, you're really getting cute at that point, because if Doolin does get you nothing, you could still cash if all your spend ups did well, but I think it's getting a little too fancy. If you build 150 lineups, then cool, do your thing. But yeah. Who has starting lineup projection that's actually accurate? Starting line projections that's accurate. You don't know the starting lineups by your mind? You can Google it. If you don't know the projected starting lineups, you can Google it and find a whole bunch of different sites who have that. Wentz might look like Peyton out there. It's possible for sure. A lot of teams been beating up on the Jets. Wentz is a fantastic option, man. He can move around too. So you like Pittman on FanDuel? I love Pittman on both. With Houston being dogs on the road, is Christian Wood a good fade or an interesting GPP play if he's lower owned in big field tournaments? So I'm glad you brought up Christian Wood. So I looked into it. With Olenek out, Christian Wood is really a baller. We already know this about him. If DeAndre Ayton is out, there's nobody on Phoenix that can stop Christian Wood. He is going to eat. The problem is, like you said, is that if the game gets out of hand, it could be bad. If Ayton misses, maybe the game stays a little closer. I think Christian Wood's fine for GPP. I think I'd be fine with it. Christian Wood could drop 50. He definitely could drop 50. So in GPPs, he does have the upside potential. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, y'all. Appreciate the live streams, Cam. You're probably the only fantasy YouTuber that I like. I appreciate you, man. How low can you go for captain for single entry GPP? For showdowns, lowest you can go. You're asking me a player that I would lowest go? Probably Crowder. What do you think on Jay Giddey? I love Giddey, man. I talked about him in the high five. I'm definitely on board with these OKC guys. I think Giddey is perfectly fine. I like him. Colts are winning 100%. Colts are winning. Bradley is my sleeper. Karma wants Bradley. Let's see. So you're talking about busting out Avery Bradley? You're talking basketball, right? Let's get this money, Cam Chase. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley is one of those players that I've pretty much written off playing for a long time. Avery Bradley, I would rather, let me think. Man, I don't know. That's tough, man. Like, I would rather kick like a pit bull. You know what I mean? Kick a pit bull and then put my finger like near his mouth. I'd rather do that than play Avery Bradley. I think that's a good one. I would rather jump out of a plane without a parachute than to play Avery Bradley. All right? I would have a better chance at surviving jumping out of a plane without a parachute than I would have cashing with Avery Bradley. Plus, these big tournaments be too sketchy. Yeah, I mean, favorite alcoholic drink? I don't really drink too much. Right now, I have, what do I have in there right now? Fuck, what do I have? I can't remember. Don Julio. Got Don Julio right now in there, but I'm not a crazy drinker. I like mixing Don Julio from time to time with like some OJ or pineapple juice. But yeah. I do miss Bradley on the Celtics. What's up, Cam, man? What's up, Kicks Good? The most random dudes go off for a 100K win. That's true. That's true. There's also what feels like obvious is what wins. I mean, a couple years ago, week 5 for NFL, I played a line that I thought was obvious and ended up winning $75,000. My phone's blowing up. Cam, any Kenrich Williams exposure if Lou Dort misses again? 100%. Yes, I do like Kenrich Williams if Lou Dort misses. Kenrich Williams, let me see what his minutes projection is right now. Kenrich Williams probably get, yeah, that's definitely interesting here against the Lakers. I could see him playing about 20 to 25 minutes range. He's 3-2. He's super cheap. So, yeah. Croft or Mims? I like Mims. Especially the question is Mims going to play the snap count like he played last week? If they're going to continue playing Mims like they did last week, he was out there more than anybody else. He didn't produce. But if you're out on the field, it gives you more opportunity to produce, and that's perfectly fine. Drop a like down below. 77 people in here right now. Let's get 77 likes, y'all. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going live every damn day. You think Cade Cunningham for a punt is decent? 100%, Tom. Talked about him in the high five. I think Cade Cunningham eventually will hit value, and I think tonight might be the night. Jordan Love or Tyrod Taylor for best cash play this week. Man. I like the weapons that Jordan Love has more around him. I'm going to go Jordan Love. I don't hear any cats meowing in the background. I know that's weird. Probably getting into some shit, man. Probably getting into some shit. Every time I lock myself in here and I try to go live, my animals tend to be pissed off that they can't get in here. Mainly my little baby cat, for sure. Why does Gallinari not see enough minutes? Is it just because he got too many bodies? Probably. I mean, they are pretty deep in Atlanta. You know, if DeAndre Hunter was out, he'd see more minutes. But with DeAndre Hunter in, yeah, I think we should play him more. Gallinari's solid. I think we should, but we just don't. Who's your favorite overall pick today? From what, Joey? Basketball or football? On football, my favorite overall pick, I'm a Michael Carter fan. I like Michael Carter a lot today. I think he's going to be utilized in whatever the game script ends up being. So I like Michael Carter on football, and Jonathan Taylor. Basketball, my favorite overall pick is probably Westbrook. Is Schroeder safe even though it's Miami's defense? Is Schroeder safe against Miami's D? Now, normally I don't play guys against Miami's D because really they've been solid. He's projected some decent minutes. Miami is just not a defense I really love to pick on. And I mean, there's many other ways you can go at guard today. I don't think you necessarily need to do that. We only need Gallo for the playoffs for real. Yeah. A little scoring punch off the bench. Tyson Hill is back this week. Yeah. Tyson Hill's to play against Atlanta. He's going to be fantastic. His rushing floor, like I put in the first look lineup, he's going to be great. Mims or Keelan Cole? Oh, man. That is a great question. I have battled those two. Mims or Keelan Cole? I think I side Keelan Cole. To be honest with you. You like Colts D at all on DK? No. I haven't. Normally on showdowns, I don't play defenses unless it's so one lopsided. This Mike White kid looks like he possibly might be the real deal. Now it's one game we're going off of, but still, I'm not too interested in defenses. I'm not going to be playing that right. I think both sides are going to score. I think both sides are going to be fine. In GPP, it's fine, Sleepy. I mean, you can play any way you want, but do you like Drummond or Embiid today? If Embiid misses, I love Drummond. Don't love him. That's what I'm hoping Embiid misses. That's pretty much the only way I'm looking at that. I don't know if I love playing Embiid because it's kind of risky, you know, with his little injury issues. And I don't know, man. I kind of hope Embiid misses so we have Drummond. How many minutes you have Austin Reeves projected for a 3K could hit value with these? Yeah, exactly. I have him low 20s. Stewart against Philly. I think he's fine. He's okay. I haven't had many versions with him, but any love for Austin Doolin tonight? 100%, Jeffrey. I've talked about him many, many times. Talked about him in the high five video. I've talked about him on here. I think Doolin is fantastic value at 200, especially if it allows you to get the studs that you're, scared of maybe missing. FanDuel is for rookies. FanDuel's for, FanDuel's fine. I like max entering FanDuel from time to time. There's no big deal with FanDuel. I don't like DK's customer service. Like, I'm going to be real with you. I don't like Draftkings people, like the people who work there. I don't really like them as humans, but I do like FanDuel. I think FanDuel is really, really good at handling customers, and I'm for the people. So that makes me lean FanDuel more on that, but Yeah, that customer service is way better on FanDuel. DraftKings does not seem for the people though. You know what I mean? Both of them are for the money. You know, both sites are for the money. That's the business. That's the job. That's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't hate them for it. Both are for the money, but FanDuel takes care of people a little better. That's all. I mean, every interaction I've had with DK people, and they dislike me. They don't want me helping y'all at all. I'm surprised my fucking live doesn't like shut down randomly. But yeah, they are like bitches. Russ and AD together in cash, I think it's perfectly fine. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Thoughts on Mitchell? If Donovan Mitchell plays, he's okay. I don't love that he's coming in questionable. Most of the time, I kind of try to avoid that unless I have to play somebody like that because somebody big is out. Giving him such a huge bump. But because he's questionable and nobody's really out giving him a huge bump, if Mitchell's active, I'll probably kind of be careful with that. Man, FanDuel had 25 people in first place. I mean, that happens sometimes on DK too. Cam, what do you think of the Rockets bench tonight, like Gordon and Sengun? I do like Sengun. Frank Costa said Embiid isn't going to play. He's got the crystal ball. Well, God, I keep shocking my fucking self. If that happens, then Andre Drummond lock. I would lock Andre Drummond. They haven't priced up a little. I wish he was 4K or something, but we'll take it. DeMar's been killing it. Made me bucks, bro. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan, I've seen that. He has been doing well. Run up Clarkson if Mitchell is out in Ingles. So if Mitchell is out, that's definitely, yeah, Conley, Clarkson. We have so many good, like if Mitchell ends up out, we'll have so many good guard options. Man. We'll have some good party in Vegas. Winning that 100K tonight, that'd be great, man. I'd play him at 7K. Mike Jones would. Yeah, I agree. I think he's safe for 35. I'm just saying I wish, like just wishful thinking. I wish we could get him at 4K. That would be fantastic, but we're just not. Favors sleeper. Let's look. So Derek Favors for OKC. That's a really like hopeful sleeper. You know what I mean? Doopy Man TV 50. What do you mean? What do you mean 50? Gobert or Capella on FanDuel? Gobert. What would you go with, Lowry with Jimmy Buckets or with Harrow or that combo? Let me see. What would you go with Lowry? With Jimmy Buckets or with Harrow or that? What do you mean? I'm confused. What would you go with? Lowry with Jimmy Buckets or with Harrow or what combo? Like who would I put Lowry with? Like if I'm wanting to play multiple Miami, I want Harrow and Jimmy Buckets. Don't care too much about having Lowry. It's Harrow and Jimmy Buckets for me. But Lowry's decent, but I love Harrow and Jimmy Buckets. Bam Adebayo, love him. Damn, Cam only got one like. He called Cooper Cup for Sunday like 2 weeks back. I only have one like. I think you're behind. I have more likes than that. I have more likes than that. I have 2 likes. No. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, man. I got 1 like. You heard the guy. Let me see who the hell this is, man. I'm live. Hello? Hello? Alrighty. Your extended warranty. No, I'm just kidding. You got like 42 likes. Okay, that's cool. All right, cool. I got 46 now. Anyways, what else we got, y'all? What other questions we got? Well, I'm at 40 minutes again. Let's finish this up. Last questions. Last questions. It's okay. Is DK finance team hating on you? I mean, I think the Sharks complain, to be honest with you. They get so much money from the Sharks. I think the Sharks complain because the Sharks don't want regular people competing with them. They kind of want easier W's. You know what I mean? If you have people helping people too much, it kind of, hurts you a little bit. No, that was I don't know what the hell it was. It was automatic. Anytime it's an automatic voice, I hang up. Anytime it's a computer, when I say hello, if it's a computer, I hang up. Any love for Tatum or Brown tonight? Actually, honestly, I haven't considered them too much because I don't love playing guys against Miami most times. Now, if Jaylen Brown was out, I'd love Tatum. If Tatum was out, I love Jaylen Brown. But because they're both in, not really. Jalen Green is he's due. He's a talented dude. He could. Lowry on Fanduel. I think Lowry on Fanduel is okay. You like Chris Paul tonight? Yes, I do like Chris Paul. Only thing you worry about there is blowout, obviously. Can you hear me now? Sting Rizze, what's up, man? Did I miss something you asked? Sting Rizze, did I miss a question, bro? You said, can you hear me now? What'd you say? Or are you just saying something else? Just wait until the Heat get Oladipo healthy. Oh, man, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Y'all drop a like down below. Greenlightdfs.com, the site. If you haven't tried our site before, here you go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. If you want to join week 9 with us, do it before this showdown starts. That way you get showdown and everything else included. If you're in a state that can play college football, we also do that. But yeah, we got another back-to-back NBA W's tonight. Let's get it. Just wait until he already answered that. Jay Crowder continues to be free square on FanDuel until his price gets out of like the 4Ks. Jay Crowder on FanDuel, okay. Apparently, DraftKings is getting licensed in New York. Yeah, I mean, sports betting in general, like the actual, I mean, if I was y'all, definitely, I started greenlightbets.com. If I was y'all, I would get more into also betting on actual games like money lines, prop bets, stuff like that, because that's getting bigger and bigger as well. That's something that's going to, you know, be crazy as well as that gets more legalized throughout the states. So that and DFS both. So yeah, I like to play both. I'm banned from sportsbook betting in the state of New Jersey for life. Damn, what did you do? What did you do, my friend? We appreciate you, Cam. Appreciate you, Kicks Good. Steph Curry been balling all year. He has, and he's going to be a fantastic option once again if Embiid is out. Shooting a high percentage. Yeah, man, Steph Curry, I mean, look who his brother is. DraftKings pricing has been crazy. Sometimes. I self-excluded, and they won't budge on reversing it. Probably a good thing. I still do DFS for some reason. Oh, okay. That's cool. Law, is it a computer program with all this high animal ownership? High animal ownership? What's up, Bogarts? Is it a computer program with all this high animal ownership? I don't know about that. I do own some animals. I have a dog and a couple cats. I don't know if it's a computer program that does that or not. Awesome. Thanks, brother. No problem, man. All right, y'all. All right, guys. I've answered a lot of questions, man. I hope I was able to help y'all out at all. You know, I'm glad y'all got to see me today so much. It's really going to make y'all's day so great. I'm about to go eat real quick and like grub out and then really smash this NFL slate and this basketball slate. I'm super excited for this. Feeling really good about this. I hope everybody has a great night. Y'all drop a like down below before you head out, and I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday? Yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central every day, y'all. So set your alarms. Hit the bell notification so it lets you know. The bell next to subscribe. If you scroll down, next to subscribe, it'll tell you, it have a little bell icon. Click that. It'll let you know when I start the live so you don't miss it. All right? Green or Curry tonight? Curry. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I'm out. Peace.